Meta, and I'm really glad that we can just invite you here. And I don't know, I'm sure how much have you already heard about our organization, but I would just make a short introduction to who we are, and then I'm open to any questions, and we can discuss various topics. And yeah. And so Meta is here from the year 2006. So we just in the autumn last autumn. Well, it was this actually this September we celebrated our 6th birthday, and we focus on the field of integration of foreigners into Czech school or like educational system, and so that's most of our activities are just in some kind of touch with this topic, this field, and it's our activities are always somehow connected to education of migrants. And we have chosen this field because at the very beginning there was quite a few agencies that were giving counseling to migrants, like foreigners living in Czech Republic, having some problems, and it was mostly like legal counseling and social counseling in terms of how to just reach for some state support, for example, when they were having problems with their visas or residence permits. So we didn't want to just be another agency that would offer the same services as the other like colleague organizations, and because education wasn't quite a topic at those days, because I would say that no one really cared much about foreign kids that were supposed to attend Czech schools, and they couldn't speak any Czech, any language, and it was quite a problem, but it looked like it's only our perspective just seeing this as a problem, and ministries for education didn't really so it is as a problem. They didn't really think that, well, there's something wrong with the system, and so we decided to give support to foreigners that are coming from abroad, and they're supposed to get involved and get in touch with Czech educational system, which is quite difficult, and for someone who cannot speak Czech and don't know where to search for information or because our clients they were having problems with just orientation in the system. They couldn't get the information. They didn't know the procedures. And so that was our first motivation, just to help them get some troubles fixed up, because if you don't know the system, you very often get quite soon in some kind of trouble, because there are some expectations from other institutions like schools or some offices or bureaus, and if you don't know the system, and if you cannot speak properly, and you don't know where the information are hidden, because you are quite new to the country, so you need kind of assistance this for certain time, just to well get over like first couple months. So that was our first motivation for establishing or just opening this kind of counseling center, and it was our first activity. It was counseling center for foreigners that were new to the country, and they were some difficulties. They faced some difficulties with in contact with Czech education system, and so it was first it was people that, for example, came here and wanted to study. And they didn't really know how to where just find some information about schools, about universities, for example. They brought with them some diplomas. They didn't know how to have them legalized. Is it called like legalization of diploma, and how to apply for some university study, and what kind of studying program they can just choose. And yeah, so that was a lot of our concern was about the paperwork, about legalization and choosing schools. And then we and it was because of the project. The target group was from 16 to, I think, 35 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so we were supposed to work with this kind of with people of this age, and because some of our target group, especially the younger clients, they were 16. They were kind of involved in secondary like education, and so we got to schools, and we realized because we were helping them with their troubles in Czech schools, and it was quite a new field for us, because when we were just going to schools, talking to teachers, headmasters, and trying to find ways, because the schools were not really prepared for teaching kids with no Czech language. Mm-hmm. And we realized that it's a teachers there in quite they face the same difficulties as the kids and students, because they were just lost, and they didn't know what to do. They were quite hopeless, and they were asking us, okay, so you say we should do something different way, but we don't know how. We were not trained, we were not prepared. No one ever told us that we would be supposed to educate kids that we cannot communicate with, and it's quite a big problem. So in the next project we decided to open our target group for like school kids from 6-year-old to and the higher limit it's still like 35 or 39 or something like that. So we could work with people from universities as well. So we just try to have the target group from the first year in Czech school, like from 6-year-olds to adults, and we start to communicate with schools more actively, and we were doing some like kind of a focus groups with teachers, that we really try to find out what's the biggest problem, or what kind of barriers, because the barriers and some difficulties were on both sides, and the result it was always about the teacher and about the kids and their disadvantages in that school situations. So we tried like to support children like foreign children, but teachers as well. And our another target group is teachers in schools that are supposed to be able to handle the situation when new arrivals, like new coming kids from abroad come to their school, cannot speak a word, and they're supposed to do some skill audit at the beginning, and maybe prepare for new arriving students that cannot speak Czech, and how to work, how to make some individual planning, because we had quite horrible experiences with our clients.
So you work with the kids, with the students, so you train in Czech language the student, and at the same time we work with the teacher, trying to prepare them to receive foreigner students in their schools.
Exactly. Yeah. So we could see quite results because well, and then we because combining like Czech language classes and volunteer support and counseling, because social workers they were in contact with students.
How exactly when you work with the teachers, do you have a training program for them, or what exactly you work with them?
Yeah. It was quite a topic when we decided to work with teachers. So which would be the most efficient way how to just help them, and so we decided to prepare like training workshops for them. So it was our first experience. We designed like 3-part workshop that was it was focused on like organization of like integration of these kids in this like school environment, how to prepare for the kids, and how to proceed, and well, we try to support kind of like inclusive approach in the schools, which is sometimes teachers they don't want to hear this. They say, oh, it's new things, and they were quite suspicious about like anything, any new approaches or methods.
How do they access your services? Is through the school? They come here by themselves, the teachers?
Yeah, very often. Our first contact with schools was through our clients. That the clients they just in their communities they just got our address or the information that we are offering this kind of counseling. So first they come here, and when we just realized that we cannot the problem is much more complex. It's not only about extra classes with volunteers or language classes, but it's about like more intensive work with the school. So then we went to the school and contacted their class teachers or headmasters and started to. It was kind of a like single cases. Yeah, but later we decided to address teachers like more widely, like in kind of a like general. We try to publish some texts about this topic, put it in like teachers' papers or like materials where they or put it on the websites for teachers, when places that they use for sharing their experience, knowledge, and so.